We gotta give for us to live in harmony as family. So lift your hands up in the air, light up the world. Christmas is here. Let's go and have some fun. Spread joy, everyone. It's a celebration. Gather everyone and come. It's really the best time of the year. Spread joy, love and cheer. It's a celebration. Christmas time is here again. Christmas is here again. Joyful time. Come fill your hearts with memories to treasure. We will be happy all through the season. So it's time to get up, let some joy, show some love. Let's celebrate. Let's go have some fun. Spread joy, everyone. It's a celebration. Gather everyone and come. It's really the best time of the year. Spread joy, love and cheer. It's a celebration. Christmas time is here again.
I still remember children laughing in the rain. Savannah, Port of Spain, that Sunday. Some happy people, all our shopping nearly done. Time to have some fun and play. Back home for Christmas, family and friends galore. Going door to door, gift giving. With food and drink to last until New Year is gone. In Bethlehem was born our King. And so the world waits to celebrate the joyous of all seasons. As our old dates fade away and Jesus is the reason. Sunshine or icy weather is fine for friends and lovers. Snowdrops or sunbeams would never stop this Christmas dream. The sun in our hearts will shine forever. While North Americans and Europe's under snow, the only ice we know is in cube form. In bowls and glasses, chilling all our favorite blends, toasting without end, that's norm. While Jack Frost sends our icy neighbors to ride sleigh, with snowmen they play in cold belt. Caribbean children sip snow cones and have a ball, and taste icicles all heartfelt. And so the world waits to celebrate the joyous of all seasons. As our old dates fade away and Jesus is the reason. Sunshine or icy weather is fine for friends and love.
Ion Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on I95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Ion Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to Dependency. No, we are not absent. We are never absent. We are here. We just wanted to say farewell to Christmas well, unofficially, with those two tracks, Nicole Koto and Gregory Ballantyne. That's GB. Good morning, Natasha.
Good morning, Garth. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Season's greetings to you, and Happy New Year when it comes. Good morning to those tuned in on I-95.5, as well as those on the live on Facebook and YouTube. Remember to like the live when you come in, and that really helps us, keep us on the air.
Thank you very much. This morning, let's get right into it. We say in farewell, this is our final program for 2024.
What a year.
Those of you, and what a year. What a year it was on both sides. I personally, the journey this year was very strange. It started making me rethink our position. And I'll explain that later on. It's just that, it's been a rough year. But we would like to dedicate this today, and Shopman could put up images to this young man. And those of you who are listening, if you could get near to your Facebook or YouTube this morning with us, join us this morning for this final journey in 2024. And I know why I'm saying that, because we have a lot to share with you this morning, a lot. And we want to do that in the first hour so that we can chat with you in the second hour to hear your thoughts on 2024 and what you would like to see for 2025. Not asking you to prepare a thesis, just 2 minutes, each caller, you tell us, because we cannot go on this way. We definitely cannot. This young man that you're seeing here now is Joshua Regrello. So I'm going to forget to ask you to put the applause button on standby, please. For this young man, and we're waiting on Guinness' official confirmation of his feat, and if it's accepted in the Guinness Book of Records. But this young man, Joshua Regrello, stunned the world yesterday. I think it's the most amount of attention WAC radio station ever got since in existence. And because of this young man he stood for 30 hours, and he added another one to it, 31 hours of playing the pan non-stop, where he took a break in between as mandated by the Guinness World Record people. But what was more significant was his mother and father was there with him. As you know, he's the son of former mayor of San Fernando, Junior Regrello. Once you hear that name, you know this pan we're talking about, Skiffle Bunch. And Junior Regrello set some standards yesterday for all young people in Trinidad and Tobago to try to emulate, if it's just to get close to. And this is where we're going to bounce off the discussion this morning with you. As you know, Ministry of National Security Counter-Trafficking Unit, they're there, of course, to execute, but also to prevent. And this is part of that prevention journey. Did you learn anything from it? Did you hear anything that gave you that aha moment? And we're going to revisit, of course, with the work of Natasha again, we're going to revisit that Calypso by Sparrow, Madness. For those of you who ask us to show it again, we're going to show it this morning again with him appearing on the stage of the March Gras in 1995. And the words of this Calypso, if you could bypass the music of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, and not get distracted by it, you will hear words in that Calypso, line for line, that speaks to our state today. And then, broadly, we're going to use that as a discussion, and then you're going to see I did a Calypso called, is it We and Them, or well, somebody called it We and Them, but it's We and Them or We and Them. And words in that too, I wanted to reach Trinidad and Tobago with. You think it's because we're not standing side by side? You think that is part of our problem as well? So we'll go through that too, and you will tell me yourself. This was taken by Natasha again at the Calypso tent the night the judges visited. And of course, you know, I traveled to Skinner Park with the same track. But could we examine that now and see if that's our problem if we're not standing side by side? Because we could recruit 10,000 more police officers. The hearts and minds of man, if they don't intend to change, is not going to change. And pardon me for this little interjection here, but bear with me, work with me here, right? The discussion again comes to the fore about hanging. Just downstairs we had the discussion before we came upstairs with the security. And I keep saying again, you could hang a man in the morning. You could hang 10 men tomorrow, please God. Would that affect the heart of a person who wants to do hurt or inflict pain or even fatal blow to someone? You think that would stop that person? Hanging, yes, it's on the books, yes. But if we follow the conventions and if we follow how government has responded and why, we will understand why. But I'm asking the question, if Natasha and I had an argument at home, or Natasha did something that I didn't like, and the day before, and I decided to take revenge on Natasha for what she did. They hung a man yesterday. That changes what Natasha did. That incensed me so much that I still have to inflict pain and hurt. Tom. Cut. Excuse me. Yes, if I have to inflict pain and hurt on Natasha, would that affect my heart? Would that stop me from doing that? No, it wouldn't. So let's look at the hearts and minds of man this morning and see Junior Rogello had his mother with him, his father with him.
Joshua.
Joshua, sorry.
Joshua.
Yes, thank you for the correction. But we have a video to show you of 3 grown women shoplifting. You all hear what I said? We have a video to show you with 3 grown women shoplifting, adult women. And then we're going to touch on, there was an accidental shooting of a young man, again, in his head by a young lady in Grandy. Okay, how could we have prevented that? Whose mind it was or heart it was to leave a loaded weapon in a clothes basket that a child could have accessed it? How the police stopping that? I ask a simple question, not being antagonistic. I'm just asking. Nobody police have to get involved now, right? Okay. The counter trafficking unit made some arrests, and we're going to show you that to highlight that for you too. This week, how they, in the hearts and minds of a man who like to traffic people's children, who will watch your daughter and plan,
Or
son, and plan to hand that child over to someone for money. How the police stopping that? Anybody could tell me? How the Minister of National Security or the Commissioner of Police stopping that? Tell me. Then we have a video to show you what Sparrow sang about, love thy neighbor. Only to be shown this morning, 2 neighbors raining bottles at each other. You talk about bottle. So I'm asking Ms. Curtis, either they sell bottles or they plan that. Now you can imagine if they had guns, what would have happened? How the police stopping that? So if you and your neighbor fell out and you living bad with your neighbor, and the only solution is to arm yourself with empty bottles and rain it on each other. Anybody could tell me how the police stopping that? You see where I'm coming from? So when the minister said this or words to this effect, he was tired and feathered for it. But I am asking the same question. I could have had a neighborhood war with my neighbor. I chose not to. Instead, I said, okay, I understand. We'll do something about it. Tell me, how? Police didn't get involved? I jumped in the fence and stabbed the neighbor, or the neighbor didn't do likewise. We came to an agreement when I was asked about something. If I have a fig tree growing over in the neighborhood, I cut it down because I don't want confrontation.
Yeah, I understand everything God is trying to put across there, but I wanted to just again say congratulations to Joshua Gallo for his amazing feat. I think for me, his this marathon playing steel pan says a lot about us as a people, and I think it was a demonstration of how we in Trinidad and Tobago can impact the world
Impact
in
the
a
world.
way, in a major way.
Yeah.
It was something that I had not heard about before it happened, but of course, I, like everybody else, was tuned in on YouTube, watching it as you know, tuning in ever so often, and much thanks and appreciation to everybody who supported Joshua in this effort.
Tom, could we have the applause, please? So join with us as we say thank you and congratulations to young Joshua Gallo. Give me the applause there. That young man, again, and I would like to drop the suggestion here once again. A retired Fleet Chief Petty Officer by the name of Larry Furry came in front my home with a suggestion, and I would like to drop it here now. I think it makes more sense too. Let's think about it, right? I'm not saying to do it, we have to do it, but let's think about it. The steel pan, the tenor pan, what about redesigning the flag instead with it? Because the coat of arms are not seen around the world everywhere, right? But the flag is. Think about it. The coat of arms will be in the Olympics.
No, but it's more like it's an official
Yeah.
symbol of the country. It's
Right.
for official, documents and signage.
Right, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that the flag, our colors are seen everywhere it's allowed to be.
Yeah.
All right? In embassies, consulates, and all of these places, UN, you name it, especially at the UN, it's there among other flags of other countries. I think the better place to put the tenor pan is on the flag. And it would say Trinidad and Tobago, it's us, and it will be flown everywhere. The coat of arms will be flown everywhere. Only few people will see that, right? Unless they decide to put it on the dollar, the tenor pan, that is. But I think it's a good idea. Maybe we should think about it, right? So, folks, so the young man's picture is up, and we say congratulations to him. All right. So, where do we go first? We told you about a mother who supported her son yesterday. Let's go to video D short, man. Let's start with that. It's short, but 3 women shop. Watch this. How the police stopping this? How many laws? Because shoplifting is against the law, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So, how the police stopping this?
Yes, guys. Christmas time always brings these shoplifters around, and in this video, you're gonna see 3 different ladies all working together. Who came
to pack in their stuff, but
pay
anyway.
attention. This
Let's
is
do it.
shoplifter number 1. She's
Like I
gonna
said,
walk
if you could
in,
join us
pick
on
up this
YouTube
red
and Facebook,
basket,
please do. Stay with
and
us
go
for a
find
bit.
her items that she wants to
We're
put
going
in her
somewhere with
purse.
this. Going
Then we're
somewhere.
gonna see shoplifter number 2. She's wearing a black t-shirt. She's a thick lady. She's also going to come in, pick up her basket, find her items that she wants to put in her purse. And here you see her coming out. Was she good? You should be ashamed. And here is shoplifter number 3 coming in. She has no purse with her, but she's there to look out. She's picking up stuff in her basket, and as you guys will see in the other clips, the same stuff she have in those baskets going in the next one purse. So let's keep looking. Here's our next view of her.
All right. So you're seeing, you're watching, right? And these are adults. These are not children. Now, you know, we have the saying, the hands that rock the cradle rules the world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So if
let me narrate
so if
what is transpiring in
their
the
children and
So they all
grandchildren
meet up. They're like,
saw them doing that, they would think it's okay to do it. Because the system and the government and everybody against we, and this is the best way to treat with that, by shoplifting. Right? I don't understand. Because they know shoplifting is a crime.
They do.
How the police stopping that?
Shoplifting is also a victimless crime in a sense. Of course, the store is being really what?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
The store is being relieved of items that have not been paid for. But this is for the police to tell us what is in the mind of people who do these things. I don't know. I've never done it.
The
So,
police will tell us that?
but they are the ones who are
Do you
experts in
shoplift?
criminal.
You
No.
shoplift?
No.
I don't.
But who else would know? If the police arrest people for doing a crime, they are the ones to know, to figure out why people doing it. Or is that not their role? How will we know why people do crime?
Well, I think that's the police getting the wrong assignment here.
So who?
No,
so who will know?
I'm not putting this on the police. I
So
putting
who
this
will-
on. Yeah, but we need to find out from them, as adults, Natasha. Why do you think it's okay to do that? And whether it's victimless or not, I am thinking that it's a bad example of how to conduct life. Because if somebody put up a business,
That goes
yeah,
without
they
saying
still
that.
they what they do with their prices, it hurts us. I can tell you that, some of them. But then the answer to that is not stealing from them. Now, if I am cocaine, I could, you know what will make me forgive them? Is if three of them on cocaine. Because then I'll say, well, yes, they're stealing to go and trade that for drugs. I will more forgive them for that.
No, but this was a
But then,
coordinated effort.
right, and these people look like they don't even drink. I'm only saying that, in passing. But, Natasha, I cannot, for some reason, feel comfortable to see. As I said, look where Joshua Rogello mom was yesterday, supporting him. Look where these mothers were. Shoplifters, and this is just one of hundreds that we have existing in our country today, right? So,
And again, it's opportunity, because they know that around this time of year, a lot of people are in stores purchasing things as well. So, and we have heard police officers say that crime is often because of the opportunity. So the opportunity presents itself. You're in a busy place, you take a chance to.
opportunity? No, that wasn't opportunity. No. Let me itemize this here. Opportunity is when you go to shop, but you realize you want an extra item and you don't have enough money for it, and you use that opportunity to steal. But then there's also planning to do it.
Yes.
They look like they planned to do it. That was no opportunity for them. It's not like they were
They
shopping.
didn't plan good enough, because they
No, but
went
they're
in front
stupid
the only camera in the place to do this.
So I want to tell
stupidness.
people out there who thinking of doing this, remember, even parlors now have cameras, right? So you will be caught on camera, and now you will have to face the embarrassment. So your family will have to face that embarrassment with you, because next thing you know, your picture is going to be put up in Facebook and newspapers and all of these things, and you embarrass your entire family. So think
But what
again,
do you
right?
think should happen to them now? Because in some countries, what they do, right? With
Yeah,
people who steal.
they chop off people's hands for that.
Right.
But no, how I will deal with this is you give them community service by going to schools. They must go to school for a year, all of them, and teach children. These are the consequences of. Remember that magistrate who put a child to stand in front of Besson Street Police Station with a sandwich board?
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying do that, but what I'm saying is, instead of sending people to prison like that I think you send them to do work of like a coach would pick a player weak in defense to go and teach it defense.
Community service.
Right. That is what you do to them.
Yeah.
And let people know why they're doing it. A big announcement should be made why they're doing it. I think that's a punishment for that, and a deterrent to other people. from
Yes.
doing it,
Agreed.
right? So so we agree on that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Folks, you will tell us, you could drop your comments while we're discussing here and showing you stuff. We're just going over the year 2024. All right. So let's go to image E now, short man. And let's see what this says. Natasha, you could read it out for them, please. When Shortman put it up. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we are recapping 2024. Recapping it just to plan our way forward. How are we going forward? Most of all, how do we appeal to the hearts and minds of men out there that this is Trinidad and Tobago? Side by side, we should be standing and country's image to protect. We cannot continue this way.
Which one is this? E?
E.
Yeah.
Yes. This
So
is
it's an article from Trinidad and Tobago Police Network News on the 21st of December 2024.
right. Hold on. And we're going to show you some weapons after that, and you're going to tell us if these are real or fake. What do you think? And we'll discuss. Go ahead.
Right, and this again is a Facebook page. This is not from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. A girl accidentally killed her cousin while playing with a gun at his Sangre Grande home yesterday. The deceased is 16-year-old Josiah Outram, who lives at the Gans and Jawahir Guayco Tamana Road, Sangre Grande. The shooting happened around 4:45 p.m. while two minors were visiting their cousin's home. It is reported that the 15-year-old girl was found a loaded firearm in a clothes basket and began playing with it. A round was discharged from the weapon and it struck Josiah in the head. The girl then contacted police, and Josiah, who showed signs of life, was taken to the Sangre Grande District Hospital, but he died around 6 p.m. Police believe the gun belonged to an elder relative of the deceased. The illegal firearm and one spent shell casing were recovered and seized at the scene by crime scene investigators. Investigations are continuing into the incident.
Right. Who you blaming for that?
The person who put the gun where it was.
Because we still don't know if it's a legal or illegal
Correct.
right, firearm. But again,
Because that was an adult who
Right.
put it there, right?
of course,
Probably concealing it or trying to conceal it.
right, and it's maybe to throw off the cops too in case they come.
Correct.
But not our police. They may throw away everything, so they will find it anyway. So, but the thing is, how the police stopping that? Where that person acquired that? If they got it legally, that is not a place to store a legal firearm.
Correct.
And if you're a legal, responsible gun owner, your firearm would be locked away in a safe, or it will have safety lock on it.
Correct.
Right. So your child will not find it, and
Correct.
that child cannot survive that. No child. You have to be baby Jesus himself to survive a shot in the head. It's not going to happen. I know that child would have died. Who are we blaming for that? But that is added to the list of murders in our country,
Yes.
right?
Well,
What-
it can't really be a murder if it's accidental.
Well, yeah, but it's added to the list of deaths.
That's yes.
Right. How the police stopping that? How the commissioner stopping that? And
They can't.
but every
police
time
are
you
not,
see these news come on, and especially on social media, although you shouldn't take social media seriously, yes, great is the PNM, and great is the minister, and great is Ula, let us pray, all this kind of hey, boy, listen to me. I need to stop. I need to come off of social media. You know?
let us pray.
Yeah, I need to come off of social
But
because it's really angering to see our citizens react to this and not really get into what is going on in people's hearts and minds in this country.
But at the same time, we cannot expect police to prevent crime. You know?
No.
Well,
No,
we
they
keep
could.
seeing.
No, they could. If a police officer is passing, like for instance, the lady who broke the traffic light with the young man sauntering across the road, right?
Yeah.
And that's another one of our problems. People feel they could cross the road anyhow. If he had obeyed the green light and the red light, he would not have gotten hit.
Right.
I'm not victim blaming here.
No,
but that's about the morning, because that's about the morning. Thank God police was on the spot when that accident happened, and they were able to, they couldn't prevent it from happening.
no. Again, they
But
can't.
They
can't
were
really-
able to apprehend the woman, right?
Only if they see a crime in progress, then can they prevent it. But
Right.
most of the time, 99% of the time, police cannot prevent crime.
There you go. So I just find, and you know, we're not holding no brief for the police service here.
No.
And we can't defend the indefensible. But there are certain things that I think we too hard on the police for. Honestly. With the ones who the rogue ones, the skifflers and the thugs, we can't do anything about them. They're already recruited. It's only time will tell that, circumstance will unveil them and they're treated with accordingly, right? But the thing is, let us think, people. That's all I'm asking to do. I was on heavy crack cocaine. And every time I see a car broken into in this country here, and the item stolen, that hits home to me, that rings a bell to me. So I understand. It was my heart and my attraction and love for crack cocaine that forced me to do that. But on a natural head, I'm not doing it. And this is why I walk this direction, Natasha. And I want people to understand that if you're involved in darkness out there, you have two choices. Either you continue on the road that you're going or change your life.
But then again, you have to look at, as Eugene says, taking responsibility instead of blaming others. Look at this, the case about in France with the woman whose husband advertised her for sale, basically, and invited, he drugged her and invited men to sexually assault her while she was drugged. There were 50 men associated with that case. But do you know that there are tens of thousands of men who are on chat groups engaging in this same kind of nonsense? So again, it comes back down to the responsibility of us as individuals, as a community, as a society. Are we really doing the responsible thing in our own lives? How could you go out into the world and say, as a man, you are feminist or you don't support sexual assault, but yet you are on a chat group which is discussing assaulting women or your own mother and your own female family members? What you saying? Are you waiting on somebody to point you out and say you are guilty of X? And most of the time that doesn't happen because people are walking around here committing crimes and doing things that will lead to very serious crimes, and nobody knows about it. And the people who know about it are not saying anything to anybody, far less to the police. Before we even get to the police, if you know that your brother is in a chat like that, would you talk to him about it? Would you ask him, why are you involved in this nonsense?
That's not my business.
Or how is it not your business because he is involved in something that potentially is illegal and can lead to harm of some other girl
That's
child?
not my business, lady. What are you telling me about?
When it's only your business when it happens to you or somebody you know?
Yeah.
And that is
not
the
my business.
attitude. That's why we are here where we are. That's why we are where we
And I just
are.
being devil's advocate.
I know.
But
that is why we are
because
where we are. Because everybody is not concerned about how they are living their lives and their responsibility in holding the people in their lives accountable for the dotishness that they do.
Put up the weapons, short man. You all look at this and tell me if these are real weapons or fake weapons. Put them up. Look at this, right? And I thank Short Man for taking this last minute to show you all. Tell me what you all think. Real or fake? No. These are not even... These are gel blasters. Imagine this, right? No, that is a new thing in town now. Well, they do away with scratch bombs now, but we take up gel blasters now. No, here's my problem. Who is allowing this to come into the country?
Who is importing these things?
And who is importing them? You already know. If you take one of those weapons and paint them totally black, take off the flash hider or paint it over, you know that's a real weapon you point at somebody. Now, with parent knowing who's conscious of what's going on in their country right now will go and purchase this flash child. Tell me, did you all see the videos with gangs of people with gel blasters blasting away at other people? Could this damage an eye?
Yes.
Not only that, if you play stupid and roll up to somebody now who has a legal firearm and see that coming through the window and decide to engage you, you dead for a gel blaster. We so love guns in this country here that we allowing people to bring this in and people to go and buy them.
But they say, and I think it's the adults who saying they're buying it for the children, but it's really for them, you know. You see, also again, children taking the fall for adults' nonsense in this place.
Look at these people. What do you think? Are these real weapons or fake weapons? And if somebody point that at you, or if police actually pull up on a car with 4 men with this in it.
What do you think they will do?
Look what happened from the police station yesterday. A stone's throw away from Besson Street Police Station. This is how emboldened people have gotten in Trinidad and Tobago right now. Now, it makes it hard for our program and programs like Vision and Mission to come and speak on behalf of people incarcerated. It makes it difficult, you know. You know, because people are so fed up and not prepared to go beyond, I hate them and I want them dead. We're not prepared to go beyond that in most cases. Now, if I had gotten shot, there would not be no dependency if a police had decided to take me out. Instead, the police officer who arrested me, he and I are good friends because I thanked him for arresting me. That's Franklin Edwards, who is retired now. And he's such a good supporter of me. He was in the tent this year when I appeared before the judges. He came backstage and all of that to meet me. That's the man who arrested me and caused me to get 6 months in prison, a year in prison to do 6 months. No, that's a police officer I'll always be grateful for because he saved my life.
Because he saw you as an individual and not a pest.
No, well, I was a pest.
You think, yeah, but he also recognized your humanity even in doing his job. Not all police officers are like that. You know that.
But
most of them view people who are committing crime as pests. And they say that.
Well, I mean...
They're very vocal about it.
But you give people wrong for really describing us as pests. Because it's the same thing. A pest come and steal your fruit and climbing up with you and stealing your fruit. And it's the same as I coming in your yard and stealing your lawnmower to go and sell it. I'm a pest. Really, yes, I am. But what is driving me?
But do you deserve to die like a dog on the street?
No, well,
is that what you deserve? But
me.
that is what happens to people who are referred to in that manner. If you treat people as subhuman, that is the kind of treatment, but you know, that will be meted out to you. If you consider them to be subhuman, that is the treatment they will receive from everybody.
All right. So we will try to speak with Jerry Goodrich this morning for a short for him to tell us, he's a firearms expert, and to tell us about the fireworks now. Could the high explosive used for fireworks be also used to make ammunition, to produce ammunition? Because if people save shell casings and can get a blasting cap, could they be produced with the high explosive from fireworks? Our position stands again. I think let's start by process of elimination. I lost a former colleague, a soldier this year in Embakade. This year for a fireworks display. He was shot in his head in San Fernando. And we have lots of stories of gunshots being disguised, you know, through fireworks, right?
Yeah.
Why not let man the fireworks for a little time, boy, and only let the fire service do firework displays and be able to... Why should citizens be able... Fireworks selling by side of the road like paintbrush? People going with shopping carts and prepare for it all year's night. I must say it was quiet for Christmas. I don't know what happened, but I must thank the heavens for that. But I'm asking the question, do you think that we are also contributing, people who buying fireworks could be for other nefarious reasons and using the high explosive from these devices to create ammunition? Could that happen? We can find this. We could take a break. Let's take a break, folks. If you're just joining us, we have more to show you. We have more to cover. But stay with us because we want to get your opinion in the next hour. So stay with us. You're listening to Dependency. Remember, while you're on Facebook and YouTube, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back. Stay right there.
Yes, girl. Online here with this weirdo named Larry. I'm getting rid of him now. Eh. Let's take a selfie. It looking good, boy. I putting it online.
Hey, I thought you say you went to the beach with your parents.
Who's you?
It's me, Larry, from online.
Go, sona. I come in. And don't give me no attitude there.
You have Shiana manners, boy. I wish I had your touch, boy.
You have to groom them. First, you have to target them. Scope them out. See if they have low self-esteem. Family problems, you know? Then you move in and gain the trust.
I like your glasses.
After that, you feel a need. Some of them like nice things like fancy phones, hairdos, clothes, food. It have ones who only looking for somebody to care and listen to their problems. You feel me? What important though? You have to isolate them from the people. Let them believe it's all about you
Forget
and them.
I care about you.
Then you get through.
Nice.
Look one right here. Try a thing now.
A message from the counter-trafficking unit of the Ministry of National Security.
Do you want to support our work at Eye on Dependency? Here are 3 ways to do so. You can make a donation to the Eye on Dependency account at Republic Bank. You can follow the Eye on Dependency page on Facebook. You can subscribe to the Eye on Dependency channel on YouTube. Liking, commenting, and sharing the live on a Sunday also helps. Thanks in advance for your support.
All right. Thank you for staying with us, and continue to like and subscribe to the channel. Please, we ask you, it's just a click.
Yes,
and
like
subscribe.
the live, please.
That's it. That's all we're asking you. It's free of charge, so just put your cursor there and just click on the like, and give it a thumbs up and help continue to grow us. Cause you see next year, please God. Your boy thinking very, very hard. Because I gave my life, this 23 years we're doing this program, and I did it for one reason. When I called Natasha from that payphone in Flatbush to come up with a program so that I could prevent others from walking the road I walked, I hope we would have helped people not do that. I really hope so. So we're going to try to, in the meantime, just put up the news. Go to video F, Shortman. This is counter-trafficking unit news. Natasha will share with you all. Again, this unit continues to do their work silently in Trinidad and Tobago without fanfare, but they're putting in the work. And Natasha will share this news item, the latest from the counter-trafficking unit. Natasha?
Yes, the CTU secures another charge in a human trafficking case. The story is from the 24th of December, 2024. On August 14, 2024, the Ministry of National Security's counter-trafficking unit, in collaboration with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, successfully rescued a female victim of trafficking, VOT, in central Trinidad. This rescue marked the start of meticulous investigations, revealing that the victim was allegedly transported and harbored for the purpose of sexual exploitation by the accused between July 26 and August 15, 2024. The accused, Miss Yoselis Yaseli Yanis Rodriguez, a 30-year-old Venezuelan national, was formally charged by the CTU for the offenses of trafficking in persons and possession of cocaine. Today, on the 24th of December 2024, Ms. Rodriguez appeared before Master of the High Court Whitney Franklin, where bail was denied. The accused remains in custody with an adjourned date set for February 25th, 2025. The CTU continues to work tirelessly to combat human trafficking and safeguard vulnerable individuals. If you suspect human trafficking, report it today by calling the CTU hotline at 800-4CTU, 800-4288. Together we can end this heinous crime and protect lives.
Tom? We must give credit where it's due. And once again, we say thank you to the Counter-Trafficking Unit and its officers, Director Alan Miguel and Deputy Dane Marie Marshall, for continuing to do the work and trying to, again, as we like to say, Natasha, get into the hearts and minds of men and women who think that they could sell people's children and live normal. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's something that we will never be able to, just like drugs, because you see they had cocaine too, right? Okay. So apart from holding and treating with victims of human trafficking, the city also have to deal with drug abuse and recovery from that. Because I could tell you where I sit, I know there are some trafficked persons who would prefer to jump that wall and go back to their trafficker just to get their fix. That's how strong the drugs they are making today. There was a time, crack cocaine, and I don't know if it's for me, fortunately, when I used crack cocaine, it was 99% cocaine and 1% chemical. Today, it's reversed. So it seems as though it's almost designed now for people. I don't know why people even go and try cocaine now, or these psychoactive drugs, these new psychoactive substances. Why? You're seeing examples out there and you're still doing it. But again, this is part of the whole slavery thing. And just like the crack pusher has slaves, the rum seller has slaves. You following me here, right? There are people who are slaves to these things.
Oui, man.
And yeah, and we now have to treat with the victims and the fallouts from it. This is what we're doing. We leave law enforcement to do their part. Congratulations, Counter-Trafficking Unit, once again, for continuing to keep Trinidad and Tobago's nose clean, at least, or try to, and to get us to tier 1.
Yes, so here's hoping we can get a conviction out of that.
Yes, let's hope so. So, folks, drop our congratulations to your unit and give them that encouragement to carry on with the work that they're doing, because it's not easy. Again, we dedicate the program to Joshua Grogredo, those of you just joining us, who completed 31 hours of playing the steel pan yesterday, non-stop. And well done, young man. And to those support people too, the people at Rock Radio Station who stayed up with him and who worked with him around the clock, the artists, the supporters, everybody. It was a big day in San Fernando yesterday. Well done, son. Well done.
So it is love.
Yes. Yes. Witness. From T-shirt dropping to T-shirt. Yes, witness. I say good morning. So right. So let's go to that. Let's go to Sparrow now.
Let's go to Sparrow.
After all you've heard this morning, folks.
Can't get tired of hearing this song, really and truly.
No, can't get tired of it. And like I said, if you all can get past the sweet music of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, listen to what Sparrow had to say 30 years ago. Tell me if you all would like these lyrics or in 2025. But it's real. Let's listen to it. This is where he appeared on the Mass Granite Live, backed by Trinidad and Tobago Police Orchestra. Track titled Madness, written by Winston DeVries. Listen to it.
this country was sweet. People could align freely on the street. Whether it was north or south, you could always walk without the fear of molestation and intimidation. We had no money, but used to live right. People used to be just poor and polite. It didn't matter what. We were always taught you have to honor your mother and father and then love thy neighbor. Now honor and respect one through the door. Living in a state of undeclared war. Youths are kid like they send parents want to abstain. Shouting out, don't call me name. I ain't taking no kind of blame. Something happened along the way now. Honestly, was simply thrown overboard. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. Something happened along the way. Morality we can no longer afford. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. What's going on in my country, Lord? Tell me what is wrong, I want to know. Hijackers, kidnappers, mad people, murderers. Trinidad and Tobago, long ago was never, never so. Going to sleep anytime. The window open, no worries for crime. Because it vulgarizes us. The peeping tops and the mischief makers were all behind bars. Now we moderate, gone up by and telling lie. But the crime wouldn't stop, don't care how we try. The realization is that the laws of the nation is in chaos and total breakdown. Rationality is no longer the norm. Might well be we need more social reform. Calypsonians do find themselves in a sexual act, but allegations can be used as fact. So not me, I ain't touching that. Something happened along the way. Self-respect seems to have little value. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. Something happened along the way when intellect cannot resolve an issue. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. What is going on in my country, Lord? Tell me what is wrong, I want to know. Disrespect, contact, decent people cannot cope. Even the judiciary losing hope in the battle against the crime and once your neighbor's drinking dirty, then you must come back home. Living was easy, no things get so tense. Reason is clearly too much violence. I said the wicked and the evil intimidation terrorizes the decent people. Oh, when the oil and the other resources still doing well, what is happening when you realize the fear you can't dispel? What was once a paradise nowadays is just a living hell. Something happened along the way. Dignity seems to be sick and forlorn. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. Something happened along the way. Integrity. Over and done. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. this song. But you think that I'm saying I wish I was wrong. Because you must admit that it don't make sense. Don't you do it in public. Tell me where to hang it. Mama is a matter of stop. So take this advice. Shine your wake up and open your eyes. Bring back the good old days. Let the Lord in praise and heal the devil and with the evil ways. Oh, the nations you must know they mustn't stop trying. Talking to them and cut out the lying. Leaders must be circumspect and guidance must be shown. You must use the internet for a happy future of their own. Something happened along the way with unrighteous. Now is the rich and famous. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. Something happened along the way. Your protective force is no example to us. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. What is going on in my country, Lord? Tell me what is wrong I ought to do. The wickedness is widespread. Babies don't despair. More than a talking of head. And the citizenry running scared. Then the ordained follows the proud and profane. This is madness. This is madness.
That was Springer Francisco, Dr. Springer Francisco, the mighty
That was
Sparrow,
contestant
as he appeared
number
live at the March
Springer
night,
Francisco.
1995, with a track entitled Madness.
This song, let me just let all you know, this song will repeat in my household. Literally on repeat. I cannot. I'm supposed to know all the lyrics by now. I don't. But, I mean, the music is really, really fantastic. And the live playing of the music is really fantastic.
Yes. And remember, if you're having trouble on Facebook, please jump over on YouTube, all right? Because we have more to do. But this is... you're listening to the lyrics in that track?
Mm-hmm.
The disrespect, the contempt that we have for each other now. Sparrow sang about that 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And we still have it today, or it's
intellect-
worse to now.
Intellect cannot resolve an issue.
Correct.
That is really madness, and that is where we reach. People rather take up gun to go behind people now to resolve an issue.
But it's not where we reach. It's where we have... This is the destination. I mean, he was singing about this 30 years ago, saying this is madness.
So we arrived there.
Well, clearly we reach where we have to go. Because it's worse now.
Well, let's talk to Jerry Goodrich. Jerry, we apologize for... I got so overwhelmed and caught up in what I was saying that we went straight to the track and had you holding on. So we apologize for that.
You wanted to hear
No problem, God.
Yes, tremendously, sir. But thank you for agreeing to take the call again. And we just, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jerry Goodrich. He appeared on our program. He's a former police officer. And in the new year, once all goes well, we plan to have Mr. Goodrich alongside Mr. Filbert and Wayne Head. These people, they care. They are former police officers that still, and I'm sure there are others, but they have been very frontal and vocal and sharing. And Jerry Goodrich is a firearms expert, worldwide respected firearms expert. But this topic I'm asking him on this morning is, Jerry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
right.
I'm here.
Can you, and thank you for again for wanting to speak with us.
Morning. Hi, Natasha. Morning.
Good morning to you and your new wife, if I should be able to say that on air. I don't say it already. So,
always.
And welcome to Trinidad, ma'am. Jerry, I just wanted to find out.
Nice to be back home.
the high explosives that are being used to discharge fireworks, can they be reproduced lethally?
That, yeah, that's a beautiful question because since I was a little boy, we're going to deal with the fireworks in the next 30 seconds. Since I was a little boy, we used to scrape the grains of the head of matchsticks when we used to have a matchstick called Johnny All About. Push it down into a house key for the cabinet or for the front door. Most keys came with a hollow opening like a barrel.
Correct.
And we would force that sulfur down inside there and then put a nail on it.
Yes.
And strike it. And if you didn't tie down that nail properly, it could have embedded itself in any tough tissue or any material nearby.
Yes, Jerry, you're right. Thank you for
So
that
as a result, we're
that
talking
memory.
about propulsion, using it as a barrel, but we're talking about the expansion of the force of the explosion taking place. I wouldn't go into the chemistry of it, but the color that you get for fireworks will be when they added different things in it, potash and different things will give you different colors and so on. Scientifically now, a computer does it and you can get a design. If you want to see God face up in the air, Independence Night, you could design the fireworks to go just right so that your image will be shown in fireworks. That is the technology. The expansion and the nanotechnology that we have now, 1 grain of match equivalent to the sulfur head on 1 grain of match, if it is properly packaged and wrapped and so on, can cause an explosion in an area, let's say 10 to 12, 14, 15, 20 square feet. It may not be lethal, but it will be potent enough to cause significant injury. And the reason why that is so, it's just the outside body of the explosive material being used on the inside that will cause mutilation or even death if we go to, like what they do, they take the scratch bombs and they wrap it with nails and so on, and they put different propellants to the outside. So when a scratch bomb goes off, I've seen it here in Trinidad, but in Colombia and we were in Cartagena and some other places, they were using that and throwing it in people's cars. So you had multiple injuries, may not be death, but with little tacks about a half-inch long, chewing gum around it, easy. And a lot of people can make these things. Yes, the fireworks is being quickly converted into the clandestine kinds of explosive equipment that we have now.
So if I save shell casings, or I can get or purchase shell casings, and get projectiles, and I could actually purchase fireworks and use the HE and convert them?
For anything, the mere ingredients are all around us, and people are no longer dumb when it comes to experimental. When I was in first form in KRC, there's something called gun cotton, and gun cotton was so easily made that we used to smoke over the lab sometimes if Mr. Henderson wasn't looking, because gun cotton was the basic element in the structure of what we call conformative munitions and explosives. So it is there. It is around us now. And we have the influence of persons in Trinidad who are here now. And the military background and the terrorism background that we have, both Far East, Middle East, and Near West, it is being taught in schools how to do certain things. The Trinidad and Tobago, we were naive to it, but now the next wave, I suspect, 2025, God forbid, when you take guns off the street, it is a cyclic thing that happens internationally. You take guns off the street, and people are going to go to the next level, and the next level is explosives.
And of course, people can also jump on their favorite social media platform, do a search, and find out how to make these things as well, right?
Because if you have if you have access to a 3D printer, you can also produce your own weapons, right?
Of course. It is something I saw about how long I left Queen's Park West. I was in Queen's Park West, my office was there, and there was a 3D printer. And we did some research on it, and when I left Trinidad for a while, people make 3D printers, hand grenades, and they make 3D printers, handguns, and they make 3D printers in a whole set of things that are highly functional. They call it what they call the pseudo pineapple. And you know what I'm talking about, that when they talk about the pineapple, right? So you pull the head off the pineapple, and it's not for eating or condiment anymore. It's for death.
Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
we have more to discuss. You have a lot to share with Trinidad and Tobago, but we want to thank you very much for clarifying
You're
that with
welcome.
us. Like I said, we need to start stripping away at things that can contribute to our crime situation. And I see, Natasha agrees with me, that fireworks is one of them. And or if not the fireworks itself, but the components that make up the fireworks. Because it's all high explosive, because sometimes after discharge in our area, you could literally smell the cordite. It almost smells like you're on the range.
Well, I wrote something 20 years ago, Garth, and I'll just share it with you. 10 seconds. Fireworks will be so much more beautiful and appreciated if we move it out of the Queen's Park Savannah with killing and traumatizing the animals and put it on flat badges in the Gulf of Paria. I wrote something on that 20 years ago. The whole of the west and south and north and central Trinidad will see those fireworks if you put it in a Gulf of Paria on a badge.
Right.
Yep, correct.
You know?
Yes.
But we have to traumatize the animals in the zoo. We animal lovers who care about their own animals don't mind if we traumatize the animals in the zoo. And that is our society. As long as it's not happening to me, it could happen to anybody else. You know?
Jerry,
So,
thank you very much.
welcome. I would like to tell Trinidad and Tobago have a bright and prosperous new year, a prayerful one, because it seems as though the other initiatives that they're trying to bring peace into this country, it ain't working. So, God to you and your dear wife, you know, happy anniversaries and everything.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Thank you very much,
Have
Jerry.
have a good morning.
We'll
Okay,
keep in
bye-bye.
touch. All right.
All right.
So that was Mr. Jerry Goodrich, former police officer, firearms expert, and like I said, you'll be hearing more from him, Mr. Philbert, James Philbert, and Hayes next year, please God, as we try again to get good minds together to help us solve our problems. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we're going to go to a break. I'm going to return, Natasha. We go to We Anthem. I'm going to show you my performance. It's no longer wanting to do this, but those of you who didn't see it, this is what I reached Skinner Park with semifinals this year. And I plan to do it again next year, please God. But I want you to listen to the lyrics in this too. And tell me if I was right or was wrong, not disrespecting the anthem itself. And what prompted this is when I heard the uproar. Well, no, what fueled it? Because I came up with this, even the year before, I asked GB, my writer, to come up with a song about the anthem. Is it that, you know, some parts of the anthem, because it was not created for us, we didn't really adopt it, accept it, and decide that we want to do something about living our anthem rather than just singing it? Are we really? Let's examine it and see. Tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. But I would like to see a Trinidad and Tobago one day stand side by side. I started this journey as a youngster. Natasha and I had no gray hair. Now we have gray hair. I reached my 3 scores and a half already.
He's older than Trinidad. He's older than independent Trinidad. Just as a marker. No, but as a
nobody asked you that. Why find you very fast out of the place? I find you very fast out of the place.
No, but
who asked you that?
Is you tell me that this morning? That was a good reminder.
You find that? Folks, just ignore this lady here, please. Bye, older and Trinidad and Tobago. Look. Let's go to a break quick before I put this after this to you this morning. You know, it's really hard.
Boy.
And I started off hoping that I would have made more significance to especially the Defense Force. And the Drug Council and NADAP and all of these people, because I was bold enough, like some others, to come public and say, this is who I am, and I really want to help change Trinidad and Tobago. Now people call him my uncle and papi and all kind of thing. That hurt, boy. No, it's real hurt, you know.
No, but
And-
that's a term of endearment.
Yeah, but no, I could do without the uncle still for now. I still feel that I have so much more to give.
Yeah, but God, that doesn't prevent you from contributing. You're a grandfather, you know.
Let me
Come
go
on,
to
you
this
need
break
to be
quick
proud of that.
No,
I
no,
don't understand.
No, I'm just looking at the journey. When I was 30, I thought, yes, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
When I was 35, same thing. 45, 40, same thing. 45, same thing. And the years keep going away, but I still think that I have not. I could have helped so much, saved so many servicemen lives in this country here. That's why I wrote Ex-Soldiers Prayer. For St. Bacchus Joe Theodore, for people to understand, I am here, I understand. I survived the jungle, and I know what was going to come down the pipe. Look at Tobago today, Natasha.
Yeah.
Look at Tobago. We won Tobago over and over and over. This is why it just hurt me to hear Martin George now go after people in authority to do something about the crime in Tobago. When we told you, when they didn't have a burglar proof in Tobago, instead you all wrote the radio station and say, tell Gata and Natasha to mind the business. Tobago don't need the help. Trim met me in the airport and told me that. Take it down. Tobago, we don't have no drug problem. Although I was jumping and screaming from the top of my lungs. Tobago, let's do prevention. Prevent. Look where we are today. Fix it, Jesus. Let's go to a break. Let's go to the break and come back with what. Let's go.
Ah, boy. Feel like going and buy myself a senorita tonight.
Nah. You know you might be promoting slavery.
Slavery? What you talking about?
Hey, modern day slavery or human trafficking is just what some of these people just do. You know some of these women were tricked to come here? Some are held against their will, abused, and even beaten. Most times the girls don't even see any of the money that is paid for them. And every night, they just have to come out looking nice and sexy for somebody like you. Human trafficking is a serious problem and a serious crime. Persons who solicit commercial sex services may be contributing to human trafficking. A message from the Counter-Trafficking Unit of the Ministry of National Security.
Hola, my name is Elena. And it's actually not my real name. You don't really care, do you? All you care about is once you pay your money to my boss that I look pretty, smell nice, smile for you, and let you have good time. Enjoying yourself and doing to me whatever you want to do for the money you paid. What you don't see or know is that I don't get any part of the money you paid. My boss takes all of it. I am forced to work, taking as many clients as my boss tells me to. I am beaten, made to take drugs, and I cannot leave this kind of work on my own. I am a victim of human trafficking. Please, por favor, help me.
Do you want to support our work at Eye on Dependency? Here are 3 ways to do so. You can make a donation to the Eye on Dependency account at Republic Bank. You can follow the Eye on Dependency page on Facebook. You can subscribe to the Eye on Dependency channel on YouTube. Liking, commenting, and sharing the live on a Sunday also helps. Thanks in advance for your support.
Thank you for staying with us. This is Eye on Dependency. This is our final show for 2024. And we are discussing a lot of the issues that our country has faced in the past 12 months. And just to follow up on what God just said about being called uncle and papi and thing. As I said to him, I think those are terms of endearment and terms of respect for our elders, right? But also that he should not feel that he hasn't achieved what or accomplished his objectives, because it is not due to his lack of effort. To your lack of effort is due to other people putting hurdles in your way. So you should not blame yourself for that. And also, sorry, before you go, also please do not call me Tanti. Yes, I am someone's auntie. I am someone's aunt. I have several nieces and nephews, but I am not a Tanti yet. I ain't think across. I'm a 50, yes, but I am not a Tanti. Okay, so please, auntie, yes, Tanti, no. Continue.
Okay. You're here.
Tom, why you laughing?
Welcome to our Dependency, folks. Preparing you for a happier new year. Let's try and have a happier new year. Please, I'm begging you all, those of you who can look out for each other, let's look out for each other now. You know, I know there's a saying, all skin folk, not kinfolk, but it's time we become kinfolk again, because there are other groups among us that looking on and seeing our kin being depleted. Day by day, they're taking out themselves.
Correct.
That is a concern to us. Now, let's go to my performance at the Calypso 10 Classic Russo tent, where I am a member of Classic Russo. And this is the night the judges visited our tent. This video was recorded by Natasha. And this is my performance called the Anthem. But I want you all to listen to the lyrics and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And then we take your calls after that. I am hoping and looking forward to the day, just like Sparrow said, that we continue to look out for each other. As Natasha said, the obstacles I think that I had to jump or the barriers that I had to navigate is a bit much. You know, you don't believe half the stories that we have. You know? And like everybody thinks that it's government responsibility alone to contribute to crime fighting efforts such as this one. That's the sad part of Trinidad and Tobago. But that's another story. Let's go to the track. This is me, accompanied by another police officer, Lenita Solomon. Nice vibe. And I chose to go with her because she's a police officer, she's disciplined, she has a good vibe, and we'll be working together again next year, God's willing. But this is her and I performing a Classic Russo the night the judges came, performing We Anthem. Listen to it, tell me what you think.
Put your hands together, accompanied by the beautiful lady on pan, Miss Linda Solomon. Is it we anthem or is it we and them? Put your hands together for the man, Don Sinclair.
The national anthem should reflect the nation's people. Are we living the words of our
with the anthem, cause I know it's supposed to be sacrosanct. But forgive me if I have a little problem. Is it culturally, socially relevant? If its history is not wrong, it was never our song. It was written for the Federation, which ran aground. Pakistani, recalibrated, and adapted from our ways. This is why the text is not a script, I'd rather lose. But here's the friends. Side by side we stand. That put it wrong. You see, Tobago comes up to Trinidad, looking down. Every leader, what that people, no, that is not the reality of the
this I find with we and them. It says nothing about the lands from where we came. So we are done and accept this twin island jam as the only home to which we have any claim. But I was in UNC Kokiai, was their royalties really lie, with some foreign culture with which they choose to identify. They boycott independence, parade, they find they look at the top. So for me, it's a joke when they call themselves patriots. Get them again. Side by side, we stand. Somebody mad. How come Indians and Africans hate each other so bad? Why not? From that one white collar criminal and wishing everybody out. Whether in Sweden they have no Syrian or French Creole. You ever see Chinese police fighting crime? Israeli carnival and cricket, there's ready table.
I would like to know. I grew up in a country that was different. And like I said, I stopped using drugs and wake up in a country that's I don't recognize at all. What happened? And this really confusing me. And we need to try and fix it. How are we fixing this? How? I don't know. I'm at a loss. And if I was in commissioner position or the Minister of National Security or even the Prime Minister or whoever else, what else? Let's take some calls in the meantime. I don't know what's going on here. And yeah. Are you all hearing us on Facebook and YouTube at all? And on radio? Well, you should be hearing us on the radio. Yes. But are you all hearing us on Facebook and YouTube? Could you just drop a comment and let us know? In the meantime, let's take a call. 622-3937. Are you ready for 2025? And in your own words, what do you think? How do we reach out to the hearts and minds of our people?
I think we just start talking to each other and being honest with each other, not be honest. This kind of, I better than you, I know more than you.
Hello?
I know what is good for the country and you don't.
Morning.
Yeah. One of the things I would like to say is that first I like to ask a question first, because I said something and I got a comment and it had me puzzled. So I want to, like you, I want to know it for so long. Could you recall offhand any state building that is painted in the national colors of red, white, and black?
No, can't remember.
Because I raised that with I raised a suggestion that I find we should have more of a national pride. Paint more state buildings in the national colors of red, white, and black.
Okay.
And one of our radio personalities tell me that will be communism. So that had me beaten, boy. It really had me beaten. Anyway,
yeah,
they have a thing the old people used to say, drop is full bucket. And that is what happened to us in this country. Little bit by little bit, the crime was happening. And we was ignoring it or not paying attention to it. And now the bucket is full and overflowing. And that is what is drowning us now. The water is overflowing and drowning us. Now, one of the most disciplined organizations or institutions they could find is the criminal organization. And they sanction the people and enforce punishment immediately and without remorse. But we as a society, we are not disciplined, we don't sanction, and we don't enforce punishment. So I think that is what is happening to us, and we are paying the price for that lapse that we have.
All right, caller. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
All right, let's take one more and we try that video again. Hello, good morning. Hello? What do you see, what do you like, you wish for 2025?
Caller, hang up on me. I heard you.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good day to the whole goodly panel listening to your boy Gap Boy. Have a good program. It took a little while for us to reach. There's no mantra, right? It took a little while for us to reach where we are right now. It's really up in the minds of the youths and how to recondition the minds of the youths. We had to give people work without money. You know, everything surrounds what you have and what you're doing, but your potential, they're not highlighting the potential of the person, of the youths and them, or them shooters and them. And they taking advantage of the fact that they're feeling hopeless. I was having a discussion in a maxi taxi coming down. And the idea around fellas just gay and blaming the government, but the women developing themselves psychologically, I mean, basically on a greater percentage. You know, they're going through a little pressure and thing, but they're getting something in their head. So the whole idea is for to get them, brothers and them, to be a part of the development of society. Because all what they're doing is to be a part of society. But we have to let them know that they're ruining society. Use Haiti as an example. That's what happened when you let a pack of violent, illiterate dunce run your country. That's how they see to fix things. And a lot of them youths and them in this country believe that being part of the detriment of the society is how they should develop themselves. So we have to put back a sense of value, let people know they have value without money. Be a part of development, brothers and sisters, brothers out there talking to all you. Well, you have to be a part of the development. Don't just stand by and wait for somebody who developed themselves to give you the things that you demand and be a part of it. You know, Jagata, I want to take up your program. Thanks, Lockton, and listen. You always have a great program.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your contribution. So, man, let's try it again now. Let's try it again and see one more time. If it freeze, then. But as Mr. Vidal said, we have to go back to the words of our anthem. Yeah, but the nation's watchword, okay, discipline, tolerance, and production and tolerance. We have to recognize that together we aspire, together we achieve. If not, then 2025 will be no different. And this is according to Mr. Vidal. Let's go back to that video again. Let's hear.
The reality of the ground. cosmopolitan nation in its prime. America from the land of liberty, from somebody to write a better anthem for me. A major weakness I find with we and them. It says nothing about the lands from where we came. So we had and accept this twin island gem. That's the only home to which we have any claim. But I was in UNC Kokiai, was their royalties ready line. With some current content which they choose identify. We fight for independence, marriage. So to me it's a joke when they call themselves patriots. Yeah, again. Side by side we stand. Someone man. How come Indians and Africans can't hate each other so bad? Why that because from that one white color to the north and west and every yard. In Seattle they have no Syrian or French Creole. You ever see Chinese boys fighting crime? Israeli carnival and cricket, this ready table. And so cosmopolitan nation in its prime. We many boys from the land of liberty, for somebody to write another anthem for me.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what happened here, but at least you heard the lyrics. And all I'm trying to say in this track is that let's balance the scales a bit. Maybe if on the part of the where I said in Royal Jail and Golden Grove only are poor people, that is the truth.
Correct.
I've been to the prisons, and it's only because we have Venezuelans there now that it gets a little lighter inside there. But that place is dark. Was dark for years with only African and Indian people. And what they're not seeing is a balance in this with the scales of justice. Maybe that is one of the reasons. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. It is time we start, when we say stand side by side.
We stand.
We
don't
should have
stand side by side for anything except the singing of the anthem, I suppose.
But then we're supposed to have members of all other parties coming together to help us try to save this problem. You're seeing what's going on. And instead of using it to score political points, maybe we should try. And it started when? Every time something happens to get the youth off the street, somebody changes it to put them back on the street. And you all know what I'm talking about. So,
but are the citizens standing side by side? Who really running this town? Who really running the town? Are we leaving it up to the politicians to do what they elected to do?
It comes back to us.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
As a people.
That's what I'm saying.
This is what, remember, again, let me go back to this again. That's what I did when I called you. I wanted to be part of the solution. I was part of the problem.
Right.
And I am calling on parents out there, you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the adults out there who continue to give our children drugs to use, who continue to supply them with drugs to go to school and sell, who continue to encourage children before they reach the age of 25 to use drugs. Then you too contributing to future murder stats, you know. You don't understand that. That's what you're doing when you give our children drugs to use. Long ago, the adults would run the children off the block. When we playing big man and want to stand up and listen to conversation with big men talking, they used to run us home. Now you're encouraging youngsters to come on the block and listen to it and be part of the nonsense.
But God, you know, in homes all across Trinidad and Tobago, alcohol is being served to minors.
Yes.
But because people feel this is my children or my grandchildren, they're not doing no crime. They're not involved in anything. I am supervising them. It's okay. What about those people? There are plenty more of those than than adults giving children alcohol to go in school with.
But they're giving them a lot of gateway drugs. at home.
That too.
Right? And
that too.
It's so unfortunate that we would. Let's go back to the lines, Natasha. I just want to say more to Ms. Joniel Williams, Jerry. Thank you for taking the call, Mr. James Filbert, Joanna Archie, and Mayor Moses Brown. You always be our number one mayor, and thank you very much for being Mr. Roger Hamill-Smith.
Yes.
And our friends and family on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us for another year. Thank you for the support, the love, and the encouragement. I wish I could do more, but we will try. We will keep trying. Hello, good morning.
Morning, God and Natasha.
Morning.
Compliment of the season to everyone.
Many happy return.
God, I try to listen to the program almost on a Sunday weekend basis. Well, today I home because I didn't go to service this morning, so I did at home and listen to you. Now, I have one problem here. Well, not more than one, yes. God, we have a law in this country for explosives in the wrong hands. When I say that, the gentleman who was interviewing make a good point. That book he write about is fireworks. And if you watch that, or come over last night and watch the different countries that's setting up these fireworks and see where they're setting it. I keep saying something yearly, year by year by year. This thing should be out on a badge where the whole of Port of Spain would see. Not could see, will see. I can't understand how it is that every time they can have in the backyard could have a fireworks right under high tension wires, and nobody is saying nothing.
Correct.
I live in an area here, God. You might hear it now whilst I talk on the phone. Up to last night, this thing going up underneath wires, and it's nobody's business. Because you see, all Tom, Dick, and Harry could go and buy fireworks and scratch bomb without a license. The average teenager could do it. And we have one entity here in this country here. I could call him because it's on the papers already because it's advertised. You see fireworks, we have to pay attention to these people. They decided they're not bringing in that, and they're bringing it in, They're bringing in some of the most heaviest. When this thing go off, God, you swear some 16-inch gun outside in the air that online,
Yeah, the report is very, very powerful.
So I want to tell the people in authorities, the people who are supposed to have that establish the fireworks is the Coast Guards, the fire services. They're supposed to have access to fireworks. And we're supposed to have this thing on Dependency. It seems to me, though, that every holiday, somebody wants to celebrate the holiday with the fireworks. I don't know how that come about. Every holiday in this country, we have to celebrate it with explosive. For what, I don't know.
Correct.
Thank you, Kola. Thank you very, very much. I would say it was morning to Roger Hamill-Smith. Roger, former Chief Justice of Trinidad and Tobago. These are so many people that, we really appreciate, who looked out for us, Mr. Gordon Husband, Mr. Vision on Mission, all the people who still out there plugging away and trying in their very best to continue to do the work on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We thank you. Thank you very much. Hello.
But what do we...
Morning, Natasha. Morning, God.
Morning, sir.
Season's greetings. A little feel jaded, boy. Tommy, good morning again.
Morning.
Mr. Sinclair, you all feel jaded, boy.
Absolutely.
By the work, but God, probably ordained by God to do what you're doing. But you have to use your common sense as well too. God, God, I don't know much to say. I live in by hope, so we must have hope. But as I say, God, it's obviously we can't change the hearts of man and stuff like that. But you're living in hope. But we can't continue doing the same things over and over. This is basically how I see it, and expect a different result. And this thing is becoming the whole country is traumatized, you know. That's another thing. Mental health is a serious thing. But you don't know when it's your turn, when it's going to come at your door or your relative or your friend. So, open for the new year. But as I say, we just can't live in hope. As I say, you all are playing your part, so you all have a right to have your views on what do this and your views and how you all see it, because you all actually putting your hands in the mud, so we had to respect that. You understand? But God, brother, you had to save yourself too, and you don't kill out yourself. You have a wife. All right? And at the end of the day, you ever think about it, Natasha, that Trinidadians have a complex? Why the Scarfix? Well, let's think about that. I think it's the complex that we have, brother. I don't think that people want things to change, but they only want to change in a particular direction and to suit them and who it do affect. And then the politics come in it. You know, you can't disagree with people. They will have an irrational conversation because they feel that you're against their political party. And if I disagree with you, I'm not on your side. So I think the reason why this thing in fixing is a diamond is a whole evolution of ideas. But I think the main thing is because Trinidadians in the main, we have a complex. But that and Natasha, well, it be good and continue the good work, brother.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A complex, I mean, yes, we are complex people. But again, as I think it was Gandhi who said it, and he is problematic in his own way, but he said, you need to be the change you want to see. And if we're not willing to change ourselves, then we have to be satisfied with what we end up with, right?
And to shift the focus away from the guys on the street with the guns, I want to also focus on the people who could help and refuse to. And you too feel that we could treat people, you know, like I know we on the lowest rung of the ladder, but some of the things that we've experienced this year, sometimes it makes me wonder why we even bothering when there are other people who killing us too, or putting obstacles in our way or refusing to give us that boost.
Because encouragement don't put food on the table, eh?
That makes me wonder, and that's where I get tired sometimes. But
congrats, don't put food on the table.
God is great.
Job well done. Keep up the good work. Don't put food on the table.
Hello, good morning. What would you like to see for 2025? How could we turn a new leaf and start again?
Good morning, St. Clair.
Morning, sir.
Community season and a healthy, prosperous 2025. God, as Neil just said, is a complex situation. So many moving parts, some motivated by greed, some by politics. Some people just don't care what happens once it doesn't come on their doorstep. Last night, I came down Frederick Street, right, by the mall, where it said that certain military stripes uniform are being sold. So I asked the driver, I say, how come they still operating? He said, but it's somebody clearing these things in custom where they come in. So every so often the police make a raid, sees all the military style of clothing, and it continues. So you have people who looking to make our money by legal means. There are those who don't care, it's my business until he reaches home. And then you have those with power. There you go. They don't learn the change to look good because their party will look good. So the most we could do is, as you are doing, your program, advocating, but it's something that each one of us has to change our dirty ways, and maybe the country could progress. No, God, you started to talk about Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is one country. The people live in harmony, but there's something called insularity now. It comes like long-term in West Indies and cricket. People from a certain island find their players should be on the team, vice versa. Now in Tobago, you have people who tell themselves, instead of being Begonians, we are Tobagonians. We want to share the pie. So that causes, mischief and thing, right? But continue do what you're doing, and let's hope that the people will wake up, change their ways, and we can live harmoniously. But as Dr. Oli said, like crime is a social disease that must be tackled on different ends. Good program once more, safe home, and let's hope for the best for blessed country.
Parents out there, the most I could tell you all is up to you to be in your child's face, be in the room, look out for signs and symptoms of substance abuse or other mood or mind altering activity. Talk to your child, beg them.
Listen to your child.
And listen to them too, but you just let them know if they want to achieve anything in life, touching and falling prey to peer pressure and being forced to use drugs before they even reach the age of 25, they're damaging their brains, right? Their brain cells. That is all we could tell you. I know what it did to me. I know what it did to my friends. Some of them, or most of them, are dead now. I'm one who survived it, and the most I could do is bring the message to you. There are wolves about. I am seeing them. Every time I see a video, I see one of me that was created from the use of psychoactive substances and Class A drugs. The most we could do is warn you. Good morning.
As usual, nocturnal listening.
Hello?
Morning.
Yes, are you hearing me?
Hardly. You could speak up a bit.
Yes. I say I'm nocturnal listening and enjoying your program. We talk pollution, we can talk solution. I think we need to have more programs like this. More healthy, encouraging, empowering programs like this. We parents need to measure twice, cut once. You see, we pushed the creator out. We didn't want to name him, we mocked. And then we take him out of the school curriculum. I would like to see and hear more programs like this. I would like to hear better calypsos, better song being sung on, better song being sing on the radio. I want to hear constructive criticism. I don't want to hear in 2025 on the radio from talk shows nasty, stinking, dirty, and these kind of verb and noun that is being used by adults. Let us start it with us elders, because like you rightfully say, we elders are the one to set the pace. We elders are the one to live, to love, and love to live. Let we be in the majority of the good, so that the minority of the bad will follow the good. You see, we continue to look at the younger ones, but it's time we stop picking up the young pawpaw on the ground, injecting it, hoping that the pawpaw tree stop dropping the pawpaw. Deal with the pawpaw tree.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother.
Again, before we wrap up, to those of you on Facebook and YouTube, and those of you on I-95.5, on behalf of Natasha and I just want to wish you all the best. That's the most we can do.
All the best?
That's
the best we can do?
Yeah, that's the best. We can wish you all the best, you know. We cannot be in every household, just like a police officer cannot be in every household. If a neighbor follow up with the next neighbor, there's no need for it to end in shopping. There must be somebody, as Power say, intellect, has to, where intellect cannot resolve an issue. If we have reached to that stage, we showed you all the videos more with neighbor pelting neighbor with bottles. How we reach into that? Why should we reach to that? If you're playing your radio or your music loud and the neighbor say, hey, my mother not feeling well, or my child, you know, just put my child to sleep, and could you just turn it down a bit? Why does that have to reach the blows? Why does that have to reach the police coming out to visit you all because somebody didn't like how you talk to me and and because you're playing the music too loud. Those of you who parking in handicap parking spots, and when people talk to you, you're cursing them. Why are we doing that? How police stop? Well, police could do something about that. Maybe the Minister of Works and Transport would come up now with a heavy fine for people and let it be enforced. Not just have a fine and not enforced. But you, as an able-bodied person, what could prompt you to pull into a handicap parking spot because you're just running in there for 2 minutes? That is the excuse you always hear. Why is it adults? I going down St. Vincent Street last week Friday, and on St. Vincent and Queen Street, 3 grown adults walking the road with 4 children, maybe going to do shopping, and the green light is north-south. They're going east to west. You know, they step out into the road with the children. I had to stop and tell them, adults, please now, show the children how to cross the road properly. We did that in school long time. But you all have the opportunity now to show the children how to cross the road properly.
By example.
By example. Wait for the light to change, because when you're in Canada and in New York, you do it. So how come it's so hard to do here? This is what freaks me out of Trinidad and Tobago, you know. They will walk 1.5 miles to a walkover, but run under the walkover we have here. This is what we have to change. And this is where it starts, them simple things. Good morning.
Nobody on the line? Hello?
Hello, good morning. Sorry about that. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, morning. I just want to thank you all for the information and the knowledge that you all have been passing on throughout the year. The excellent program that you all put on. And I think that the service that you all doing for your country, I think is priceless. I think that you should try to push more to get it on the sister station, for urban station. Not all of the programs, but some of the programs are very important. I think that we on the 95.5, well, more mature audience, more people who more like a preaching to the choir for the last X amount of years. And I think that you need to get running some of your program on the 96.7.
Yeah.
Which is your sister station. I think that's supposed to be 2025 goal. I think you should try and get some of the programs, not program, but you out of the studio and do some of the shows out of the studio in the environment. You need to be more physically available to some of these people. I think that the community, these people, they enjoy living the gangbang life. They enjoy being, how it is. They enjoy it. What we could do to make them not enjoy that and see a different life, because you enjoy what you're doing. They enjoy what they're doing. How they live in. It's a small community of a different world. The role model is a bigger gangbanger or a person with a bigger chain, etc. I think by now you should have an institution, not just you and your wife. I think you have a big institution with a proper office where you're spreading arms into more helping drug users, etc. And the government should be giving you a proper funding. So that is the direction I hope that 2025 could be going. Because the choir out here, they taught us well, but I think we need to start to get out to start to get more arms on board, more people like yourself who was involved and want to do something about it, and you will get more help and create a big institution where it is you can leave a big legacy for us, and we are grateful for you, God. I think that God is using you in a tremendous way. Thank you so much.
Wow. Well said, my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, all very good.
Very
good
well
ideas.
said. But we have some corporate people not cooperating at all with us, boy. And we offer them so much. But you wouldn't believe we tried from the chamber of commerce come right down. And it was just total disrespect and disregard. So sometimes that would make me wonder, are we just Sometimes I feel like, you know, that those toys you wind up and you put it against the wall and it continues to just hit the wall and come back, hit the wall and come back. That's how I feel sometimes dealing with people out here. But God is great. God knows our heart. God knows why we started this program, what we intended to accomplish. But as for preaching to the choir, I still want you to use the information to look around you with your children and grandchildren, nieces and nephews, and do your prevention from what you're hearing here.
Each one teach one.
Each one teach one, and pass on the message to your neighbors and your friends. And to get a repeat of these programs, you can always visit our Facebook or YouTube channel and catch it from the beginning.
Because yes, we may be preaching to the choir, but I'm sure there are people, God's peers, who don't listen to our Dependency. I know there's some of my peers who don't give a hoot about what we're doing every Sunday. But our efforts on the air clearly are not going unnoticed. Although we don't have the reach that we would like, we still have to continue to plug along and do what we can within our means.
We could get the reach, but
what is within our means? Because a lot of the time, you know, we have to use our own funds to do what we do within our means. I am not going to allow ourselves for this man to run himself into the ground. Right? I am not going to allow that for neither of us. That is not what we deserve. But we will continue to do the work and within our means and within our capabilities. And we're glad that you appreciate what we've done.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Go ahead, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you have a few seconds. Go ahead, quickly.
God,
Mm-hmm.
this thing start now, you know. You remember you interviewed Rafiksha?
Yes.
All right. What he told you?
Yes,
you
I
must
remember.
take that tape back, you know.
Yeah,
This country had a commissioner of police, Randolph Burroughs. He was the biggest drug lord in the country under the days of Eric Williams.
All right. That's another time. We'll have that discussion another time. Folks, this is where we have to leave it. All right. Thank you very much. Join us in the new year, God's willing. Once we make it here, we'll be here to once again take you on this journey, and let's hope for a better one. That's all I could hope and pray. Remember, any mood or mind-altering substance will alter your mind and body and future for the rest of your life. Because the drugs that they are creating now, it's not like long ago. It's designed now to keep you hooked forever. It's either you want it or you don't want it. Either you want a good life or you don't want it. You want a good life for your child, then you cannot want a good life for your child but giving them crack cocaine or marijuana to use or to sell and expect them to have a good life. We'll continue to see videos with police, either them getting killed or police running them down and arresting them, and we'll continue to see those videos. If you take them away, then we wouldn't have any gang members to join gangs. Think about it. Try your best. I know some of you trying, but some of your children not listening. We reached a stage now where mothers not talking to son and they're fighting each other and cussing each other out, and brother not talking to brothers. I mean, oh Lord, it's in a mess. We need to fix it. Tom and Tom, Natasha, thank you very much. And Kyle Saunders is here with the news at 12. Kyle, thank you very much for joining us. Take care.
Thank you very much, Uncle.
Thank you for coming.
Happy New Year when it comes.
Happy New Year all.
And happy anniversary when it comes, honey buns.
Happy anniversary, Natasha Nunez Sinclair.
The most influential name in talk radio.